Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Severance. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 7 of Severance. The last one kind of left me befuddled. Not even like the end, but little bits and pieces that were like throughout the episode. But mostly Dylan. But then I found out this week that a coworker of mine is pregnant. And we were having the discussion about birth and why I don't want to have a child is because I never want to experience birth. And I said it would be perfect if I could just sever myself and I would never have to experience that. And as soon as I said it, I was like, oh, that's why Gabby doesn't remember Devin. And I thought maybe it might be against her will because in the article we see Devin reading, it says something about Gabby's husband, Angelo, that there was like this accident that was in the kitchen. And I don't know if her procedure was like something that they tried to cover up, if she was a willing participant. If she wasn't, then like, how does she feel about it now? The fact that she was calm and she was holding the baby and she doesn't remember Devin leads me to believe that it was like something she was willing to do. But all I could think of was like, okay, yeah, you don't experience birth, but your innie does. So like, like Helly being in the hell that she's in every single day and not loving where she's at and what's going on and trying to kill herself. Then you have this other innie that, went through a pregnancy and had a baby and named it. Like she named the baby William and they named it Bradley. So it's like that innie had like a whole nother plan for this baby. And I don't know whenever she switches back to innie outie, if she ever does again, but like, if she does, then that like innie never sees that baby. That innie went through all that pain and agony and then doesn't get the result of the baby. I mean, yeah, you could like remove the chip and then it's like your innie never existed. And like, are they important? Do they exist? Are they really considered people? Should we consider them people? It's hard because we're getting to know all the people that are on the severed floor. And you have someone like Dylan who, I'm like, oh, I want to meet their outie forms. I want to see what they're like on the outside. And we see that. And we see that he has a child. And that Milchek can remotely sever him and unsever him, which means that could probably happen elsewhere, like with Gabby, like that they're just like, oh, Gabby's going into labor, sever her. It's just daunting that like, yeah, like I thought it was like really like kept to the floor. Like that's why like when Helly's like trying to hold the note out for her outie self to read or like try to remember or something, I was like, oh, because it's contained within that floor. Oh, no. And that's terrifying. That's terrifying. And it seemed like Dylan was a willing participant, like when he gets transformed back into outie form, he's like, that all you need? Need anything else? Or, like good to go, chief, or like whatever. But, any Dylan's now going to remember that he has a son and that's going to fuck with him. Like, because he'll never see him again unless he has that happen to him again in the outside world. That's devastating. That is going to be like an emotional mindfuck for Dylan. And I don't know what the card was that he took from O&D. It looked like it was like jujitsu or like something defensive. But it seemed really important, especially Milchek seemed very worried about it. And it didn't look like there were words on the card. So it might have been something that he could sneak out from that floor, but I don't know what any of it means. I don't know if we get to know what that means. Maybe they're spelling things out with their bodies. I don't know. It's like a body ASL. I can make an L and an I and an O. I'm not going to make an H because that state sucks. Go blue, go green. Now, Dylan got that card from O&D when our group went to go visit. I was like, they're doing a coup walk. We're going to have a coup. And it was a team up, which is fantastic because they can all team up and then have a coup. I want the tale of the coup to come true. I don't know why, because I really would like for their innie forms to be free. But now that I know that Dylan has an outie form and I've seen Mark in his outie form, I don't want their lives to be ruined either. If they could coexist, that'd be great, but I have no idea how that would even happen. But we learned that they were making hatchets the week before and then watering cans this week. And it seems like neither division knows what the hell they're doing or why. And like even Mark questions, I almost said Selvig, Kobel, gotta try to keep him straight. But even Mark questions her about it and she like flies off the handle. And he's like, I just want to know what we're doing. Like, what is it that we do all day long? Like, and it's supposed to be mysterious. And who knows what the numbers are? Is it killing baby goats? Is it repopulating the sea? Getting rid of swear words? Eliminating somebody in the human race? Like, what are these numbers doing? What does it mean? What are the watering cans for? All I can think of was the plant room and like the hatchets. And of course, Dylan's like, oh yeah, they probably printed the clubs to kill the baby goats. I mean, maybe. I don't know. But I will say with the watering cans and the plant room and Bert and Irv, like the plant room is like the most romantic room at Lumen, as far as I'm concerned, on this floor. There is no better place to share, sneak, steal, lip to lip contact. I'm not even gonna call it a kiss because that would be romantic. And we don't do that at Lumen. We don't do romance at Lumen. Or do we? Oh God. See, here's the thing. I'm falling in love with these characters in their any form, and I forget that they have outside lives. And I don't know. I mean, I don't forget, but I want to forget because I don't know if they know each other, if they are like this on the outside. Irv could be like a jerk. He could be a complete asshole. And him and, Bert could be neighbors and they could, yell at each other all the time and hate each other's guts. But in here, they like love each other. I don't know. It's all a mystery. But the one person who I am definitely sure is important in the outside world is Helly. I don't know why. I don't know who she is. She's an Egan. She's related to an Egan. She's married to an Egan. She is somebody important that. And I don't know why she'd want to be severed. I don't know why she would want to be working in macro data refinement. Like, I don't know what the purpose of her specifically being in there. So I'd really like to find out Helly's outie, especially because Milchek seemed to be in awe of her. Oh yeah, we also had I have my notes sitting over here, and I just wrote Miss Casey part-time. She's a part-time innie. Like, so she's not there all the time. Like, she's just like on call or something. But the fact that she lost Helly and Mark, or rather they ran away from her, she had to go to the break room. And we see her coming out of the break room as Mark's going into the break room because Mark is changing as well. But like, he's like apologizing to her. And I mean, I don't know what the hours are that a part-time innie has, but I don't know how long they can keep her there either. And I don't know how long she had been doing that. That's just upsetting. Yeah, poor Miss Casey. And I will say, I never comment on anybody's like looks or their bodies, but I will just say the bone structure of Miss Casey is otherworldly and very distracting. Not in a bad way, but like I just like stare at her like, you're just a unique specimen. I don't know what it is about her. But then Harmony, Kobel, Miss Selvig. What a bag of nuts she is. Cuckoo, crazy, wackadoo. She is all hail Kier, sings the song, has the altar, has the shrine dedicated to Kier Egan. She looks like she went to like a specialty school that was probably from the Egans. She had like a hospital bracelet that had the name Charlotte Kobel on it. In like the year on it. It was actually March 17th, 1944, and today is the 19th of March. So I was just like, like, so I mean, yeah, I would think that would be her mother, maybe, who maybe had an affair with an Egan. Maybe Harmony is an Egan. I'm just like trying to like link everybody to the Egans, but I would just like, why is she so like faithful? Like, why is she such a servant of this cult of the Egans? Like, why is Kier so important to her? And it seems to be Kier. Kier is the most important part. And she had that picture on her desk of that old guy. And I don't know if that's also Kier Egan. I'm not quite sure. She seems very dedicated Very, very dedicated. And then she had a chip around her neck. And I thought it was Petey. Like, I was like, she's keeping that safe. But I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's somebody else. Like, and I was just like, maybe it's Carol D. Like, who's Carol D? I have no idea. Like was her mom severed? Was her mother like the first person that was ever severed? Or I don't know. I don't know. I need info. But now I'm trying to link everything to the Egans because like, that's the thing. Like, I'm like, that's the only way people would be so fucking loyal to either being severed like Helly, where she's just like, you're not a person. So you're going to do this, or that is like on their hands and knees praying to an altar of the Egans. It would have to be like that they're somehow linked. Like you just don't do that at random. Like, I mean, I care about my boss dearly, but no, like I can't imagine being so loyal to a company, that you are that, I don't want to say into it, but like, cuckoo, literally fucking cuckoo. And then also you see Koble later on as Miss Selvig as a lactation consultant for Devin and Rickon. And I'm like, get your hands off that baby. Because she is crazy, she is wacky, but she seems really good with the baby. And it seemed like what's his face? Why can't I ever remember that guy's name? Grainer. I don't know why I always forget Grainer's name. I do. Like he's important, but I just forget about him all the time. When Grainer stops by to talk to Koble, he's like kind of like, what are you wearing? And like she's wearing like the nursing lactation consultant thing. And it like just goes to show like that she hides things from them too. And that like, they don't know who she is completely. Even though she's not an innie or an outie, but she's definitely two different people. And Grainer's also on his way to see Ragabi. Is that the name? Yes. He's on his way to the college to go see Ragabi, which has also contacted Mark from Petey's phone. And Ragabi seems to be the person that is responsible for the reintegration process. Again, I don't like the idea of that only because it killed Petey, but I don't know why it killed Petey. I don't know if there's an underlying condition, like I said before, but definitely talking to Mark and talking about the procedure and like maybe getting a little bit more information on Lumen, I think would be enlightening. But the fact that Grainer is on his way, I don't know if he's going to overhear this conversation or not. Now, I really like that Mark's innie and outie are kind of having this shift. Like his innie is starting to ask like, questions and is being rebellious and is kind of like questioning a lot of stuff, especially to Koble, who, launches into him about it. And, like he's all fired up and he's like, guys, we got to get back to work. And then he's like, let's go to O&D. And then he gives a rousing speech at O&D. And, he's kind of got a thing with Helly. People don't need to fall in love at work. Bert and Irv, different story completely. But like, people don't need to always pair up. Like, come on. Unless Dylan and Miss Casey have a thing, because Dylan seems very lonely and he seems like he needs somebody to love him. Now, Mark's outie is dating. Like he'd already gone out on a date with Alexa, but then he went out on kind of a real date with Alexa where he wasn't drinking and he was talking about his wife openly. Like that seems like not like something that Mark would have done beforehand. So he's like evolving, and then he goes to like the concert and he's chanting along with the song of like, fuck Lumen and like he's really getting into it and answering the phone and going and seeing Ragabi. Like these are all things like he threw away the phone and then he went and got it back out. He slept with Alexa. Like that's big for somebody who lost a significant other and is still mourning her. That's huge. So Mark's going through all these shifts in innie life and outie life. And I mean, I hope he doesn't fall in love in both of them. That'd be uncomfy. But then we also see that he has those marks on his knuckles when he's out with Alexa. And that's after the break room scene. So something happened in the break room that like made him punch a wall, get into a fight with Milchek, because when we see Milchek with Dylan, he doesn't have like any like, cuts on his face or bruises like he got into a fist fight. So I'm guessing that was self-inflicted on like a table or a wall. But I want to see Mark's break room experiences. I want to see what he's going through. And then so lastly, like while a bunch of these scenes are going on where we're seeing Mark at the college and Grainer also getting to the college, they're jumping in between scenes of a crew actually making sure that the doors for macrodata refinement work now, and they need to have a badge to get in and out. And I feel like if you want people to rebel, keep them locked in a room. I don't think that's going to work well for you at all, Harmony. Mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. It will not create harmony at all. You want their numbers to be met? I don't know. It might be a momentary fix. It might be a temporary thing because I would start running at the door with a chair and try to break it open. Get me the fuck out of that room. Okay, guys, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm really excited to get into this episode. I feel like we were sinking our teeth into the meat that is Severance, and the last episode was fantastic. Actually, the entire season has been fantastic, but I feel like it just ramps up. And there was so much that happened in the last episode that I hope I didn't miss anything on the recap, but hopefully I'll remember midway through whatever scene I'm in and just be like, oh yeah. But if not, I'm trying to cover everything that I can. But it's so juicy and delicious, and I can't wait to watch more. So let's get into it.
Who are you?
Agabi.
Come with me.
I don't know. I'd be so terrified of Grainer, and he's not gonna recognize Grainer. Grainer's just gonna look like some dude to him. Did you bring a weapon, Mark? It's creepy. The basement of colleges is where all the big things happen. Like atom bombs, hydrogen bombs. Bombs happen.
The procedure didn't kill Petey. If he had followed my post-op instructions and not simply run away at the first sign of sickness.
So you're a doctor?
Oh, he didn't do something right.
I put that chip in your head, and I'm still the only one who can deactivate it.
Okay.
I hate that term, Minnie. So infantilizing. Then again, you've been severed for 2 years, right? So your Innie really is still just a baby.
Oh, God, what a way to put that.
You brought him into this world without his permission, based on your own desire for emotional convenience.
Ooh, she's not wrong.
I'm not a bad person.
No, you're not.
Mr. Scout. It's okay. I'm a friend.
Oh, God!
Shit!
Oh, God!
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, oh, God! Did she just kill Grainer?
Okay, I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna throw up.
It's okay. I understand.
Don't!
Your DNA's in that!
Yeah, don't throw up. Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, don't throw up. Bad idea.
Go home, get rid of your clothes. Go now.
Oh, God. It's like another thing Mark's gonna have to try to forget about. Oh, my God.
Now get the fuck out of here!
Agabi don't fuck around. She's scary. Oh, Mark. That is not how you expected your night to go. Go back and get into bed with Alexa after you just murdered somebody. No, DNA. Poor Mark. Hasn't he been through enough? Well, I was struggling to remember his name. R.I.P. Grainer. Oh, whoops. Oh my God, what if she can see through the windows? What if Kobold's watching right now? I'm also thinking, what if that was his favorite jacket? What if that was his favorite outfit? Alexa is still at your house, dude.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
It's just, getting some water. Do you need anything?
Where were you?
Who, me?
Yeah,
Just,
I heard the car. I've been up for an hour and you weren't here.
Feel like you can talk to her.
well, I mean, this is kind of a big deal for me. And
It is, actually. First
Do you
time
want me
since
to
his
go?
wife. No, stay.
Maybe,
Oh.
maybe.
Mark. Goober. I get it though, like he hasn't been with anybody since his wife, and then he just killed somebody. Well, participated in pulling a body down a hallway while it was bleeding profusely. I don't know if Grainer's actually dead, but I feel like he's dead. That was also my other thing, is when he went downstairs with the tissue in his hand. My question also is like, what if he had the flyer in his pocket from like one of those like free the Severance people movement things, whatever, right? Like, what if that made it down? Can stuff go down, or does it only get caught going up?
Mark, you usually dispose of your waste in the early afternoon.
Creepy weirdo, stop watching him.
Jack Frost certainly needs some new dandruff shampoo.
Cuckoo. Oh, God. Is it a new toy? Milchek, you don't have to test it 20 different times. It's a great scene, though. Now, do their cards work, but they're only allowed so many opportunities to like leave, or are they like imprisoned there? Oh God. Dylan coming into work this morning. Well, Lumen was on the back of it, so there were words.
I have something for you.
The missing 7199G.
Now we can focus on the final preparations.
That we can.
Without interruptions.
That we shall.
You've been a great leader to this department, Bert G.
Thank you.
You deserve something special.
Oh, is it a glass head thing?
What the hell was that?
Yeah, what the hell
Walk
was
with
that?
me.
Oh God. Can they erase that from his
What
memory?
happened last night is called the overtime contingency.
The boy. Was that my son?
He'd agreed to count to 1,000, which he then violated.
It was just really quick.
Can you tell me his name?
Not knowing is probably for the best.
Milchek's right.
Good man, Dylan. Good man.
Tremel Tillman, that plays Milchek, he's something. Oh, Dylan, I want to hug you through the screen. I also thought that they have to stagger them getting in and out of the elevators. What if they all got in at one time? What would happen? I mean, they would all, like, be outies at the same time, but, like, does it fuck something up? Keep it in your pocket. Come on, Mark. Come on, Mark. Yes! Fight the power!
Marcus, good morning.
I wonder if you know you're in trouble when Milchek is there when the door is open.
I'm here to escort you to your desk. New protocol.
Sounds good.
This whole cast just does a phenomenal job playing two different characters, except Milchek. He's the best.
Morning. Morning.
So he's the last to arrive. Interesting.
What is this?
Dylan, you all right?
Fine.
He is not fine.
So I lean my
Whoa.
upper body slightly forward while cradling the top of the neck, just so. Show the baby the areola, and we latch.
No.
Now you try.
So beautiful. It's so natural. I am so uncomfortable.
You ready? You ready, buddy?
Aw.
Okay.
Psst, the house. I don't even care about the kid. I don't even care about Selvig being here. It's the windows. It's the house.
Oh my God. Oh, baby sips. Baby sips.
God, I can't.
And she's trying to do it in the toilet paper, but it's just flying everywhere. just like an angry fire hose. Oh, no. Oh, God.
I don't like this, but I can't stop smiling at the same
I
time.
met this rich woman at the birthing retreat. I guess her husband's a state senator. It was weird, because I saw her again at the park a few days later, and she 100% didn't remember me.
What a snoot.
Mark's company, Lumen, they say that they only sever people for work. But I was thinking, like, what if you wanted a baby? But you didn't want to... I don't know.
Feel it, remember it, go through it. This is the wrong person to talk to about this.
Why do you think Mark did it?
It was right after he lost his wife.
When my husband passed, I thought I saw him everywhere. Does Mark ever think he sees her?
What a question. I don't understand.
Hey, whatever happened to the soap labels?
The soap labels?
Shouldn't
Like
there
bad
be
soap, good soap?
labels on the soap dispensers? Seems like an O&D question.
No, we can't go anywhere. I mean, I get that you're worried about Bert.
Oh.
What's this?
It's an MDE.
What's an MDE?
LER, please step forward.
A macro data explosion?
You have earned for you and your fellow refiners a 5-minute music dance experience.
What? Oh.
You may choose one genre and one accessory.
Maracas.
The maraca. Excellent choice.
Stop it,
They're gone
Milchick.
for the castanets.
He'd be sexy when he
choose-
says that.
Defiant jazz.
Defiant jazz. Milchick in that turtleneck is something.
Whoa.
Wow.
Fun. Milchick, stop. Oh, Irv, you need Bert to dance with. This is so bizarre. Okay, Milchick can't be moving like that in front of me. Oh, and then White Boy Mark gotta do that move. This is trippy AF. I am happy I chose to drink during this episode.
Irvin, what you got? Let's see it.
I got my own margarita maraca. Stop it, Milchick. Making this girl sweat. My heart's skipping a beat. Whew. Oh, Dylan, don't freak out, please. Dylan.
He's biting me!
The scream from Milchick is hilarious, though. Did he draw blood? Dylan!
The music dance experience is officially canceled.
Oh, I was jamming though. That was fun with Milchick. He had some moves, but Dylan, my boy. Oh. Sassy turnaround.
What is wrong with you?
Tell them.
You
Tell
can
them.
Wake us up. Last night, after I went up the elevator, I woke up outside in my house. I saw my son. That's not fair.
At all.
And now I'm just supposed to have that in my head every day here. I never get to see him again.
He's not your son, Dylan. He's your outie son.
That's
He's
bullshit.
still Dylan's
He's
son.
my son, too.
Yeah.
If they can wake us up on the outside, what's to stop us from doing it to ourselves?
Oh. I didn't even think about that.
The controls are surely somewhere we can't access.
Like the security
Bingo.
office?
Why does your Audi have the keycard of our head of security?
He killed him. Well, helped. Drag a body. Couple feet.
I don't know.
I think it's time for a field trip.
Mm-hmm.
Petey saw it during a fire alarm last year. He showed me. We can do this.
Oh my God. Run!
I'm sorry, Mark.
Where are you going?
I have to make sure Bert's okay.
What about the plan?
I'm sorry, Mark. I can't hear you. I'll be back.
I mean,
Just go. Just go. What if they shut it off and the entire floor was all of a sudden their Audis? Oh, please don't let there be a room full of security guards. Is it cameras? Let me see!
It's fucking weird.
It's rad.
oh my God.
Who's Maddie L? Dan something? Yeah.
Us.
Oh God, Cobell's coming down the elevator.
She won't come here.
You don't know that?
Oh, okay,
She
it's great. You know,
was
God,
talking to him
let's
last
get the
night.
fuck outta here.
Harmony, I was looking for you.
Oh, no,
I have the board here.
Uh-oh.
Whoever killed Mr. Grainer is probably the same person who reintegrated Peter Kilmer. Reintegration happened, and I have the data to prove it. And I would be happy to share my findings in person without intermediaries.
Mm-hmm.
The board agrees.
Oh!
And we'll be available to meet with you at the Egan Family Gala next week to discuss this further.
Next week? Grainer just died. It's not important now? Family Gala. Is there like a party going on? They got a melon party.
Ladies
Bye
and
bye,
gentlemen,
Bert. What?
how about a round of applause for the man of the hour, huh? Come circle up, gather round.
Today is my last day with you. I'm certain you will remain with me in spirit in some deep yet completely inaccessible corner of my mind. I will never forget any of you. Even though sitting here right now, I have no recollection of actually ever meeting you, no idea of your names, any of your physical characteristics, or...
He's not gonna remember Irv.
You're all just gonna stand here and let him die?
Irving, what?
Are we being punished?
Bert's Audi is retiring. It'll happen to you too someday.
You smug motherfucker. You're not
Okay.
severed. You walk out of here with your memories. You carry them home with you every night. No one can rip them away from you, snuff them out. Like they never existed. Like you never existed!
That's enough! Please. It'd be so wonderful to have him here. Don't say anything more.
I don't know, that was something really big that he just said. I mean, he just told everybody that Milchek has memories. That's the goodbye? It was such a piss poor goodbye.
Irving?
Let's burn this place to the ground.
Yeah. Okay. It's a coup. A coup is happening. Stop drinking, Mark. You don't need to. Except you just saw a person die. I feel bad that I'm drinking. What's that about Irv and Bert?
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
That's great. Come on in. You know, make yourself at home.
Are you okay?
No.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm, you know, a little tired.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
No, come on.
Look, Mark, I just don't think you're ready for this.
No, I think I'm really ready
No.
for this.
I don't think you're ready for anything. I think you're a mess right now.
Well, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry for talking about her. No, it was too much.
It wasn't the problem.
Okay, hold on. Watch this. See? That's her.
No, don't, Mark. No.
Gone.
That's not what she wanted. Not what anyone asked of you.
What? Okay.
He's acting like a drunk guy.
We'll talk all about Gemma. She was great.
It's wonderful.
Mark.
He should talk about Gemma. He should say that she's wonderful. He should recount life experiences that he had with her. What he shouldn't do is drink and not deal with his shit. Last episode was such a huge step forward.
She was great.
She was. That's wonderful. Yeah, tape that back together, Mark.
My wife was extraordinary. My wife was allergic to nutmeg. And when she sneezed, she always sneezed twice. My wife liked other people's dogs. I loved all these things about her. Equally.
Can we see her face? Oh God. Okay. What the fuck? God. She's not even dead. Oh my God, I'm out of Kleenex. I knocked my light over. Oh my God. I don't have any Kleenex. I have to go get Kleenex. I don't even know what to do right now. I don't even... I could not have called that if you... They were in the hallway. Like, part-time. Okay, so Miss Casey is part-time. So she's only called upon... Sorry, I'm like losing it. I'm fucking losing it. She's only called on when she's needed. The houses that are at Lumen that PD was talking about, that people live in, and they're there all the time. Oh my God. I'm sweating so badly right now. I even have holes in my shirt. I'm still sweating. Oh my God. I could not have fucking predicted that. Oh my God. I'm just so upset because, like, she's alive and Mark is being beaten down and he's around Miss Casey all the time and it's Gemma. Oh, fuck. Maybe it wasn't the right episode to drink. Here I was, like, thinking, like, oh, it's a party episode. Again, couldn't have seen that coming. And that's why she lives there and she's there permanently. But why? like, wasn't she a professor of like Russian literature? Like she wasn't even a psychiatrist, or was she? Or was he the professor of literature? I can't remember now. Oh my God. Why would they do that? And why would they have Gemma there permanently and then have Mark there? Like, in what is the point of that? I thought I was going to be upset about Bert and Irv at the end of this, and I'm more upset about Mark and Gemma. And it's okay to talk about somebody that has passed on, that you think has passed on, but it's okay to talk about your dead wife. It is actually like wonderful if you can talk about those that you've lost and that you've loved and talk about it openly. But what's not okay is keeping it in. And the only time you talk about it is when you've been drinking and act like a fool, like he did to tear up that picture. Okay, it's only 6 p.m. I might actually watch the next episode. There's so much emotional damage that happened in this. And for the first time, it's not fucking Helly. Although, like, she's leading the charge. She's like, yes, I read this information. Let's twist the knobs. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's be unsevered for the rest of our lives. I don't think that that's going to work. Like, obviously, if the severed portion of you wants to be free, if the outie wants to be, or if the innie wants to be free, the outie has to agree, and the innie will just be gone, like, for forever. And it would just be the outie, or the innie will survive and be the only thing that, and like, where do you go? What do? You're an innie. You don't have a life outside of Lumen. You have the life of your outie, but like, it's going to be so vastly different. You're not going to know where to go, who you live with, who your partner is, who your son is. Oh, Dylan. It was really weird that Milchek was like, first of all, I was loving Milchek's dancing. Like, I was like here for it. I was like, dude, don't be so sexy at work. You can't be that sexy at work. Do not be wearing a turtleneck and doing that dance. But like, when he's like really concentrating on Dylan and trying to get Dylan into it, and Dylan just snaps and he's like, tell me his name. I was devastated for Dylan. You know, like having any sort of information whatsoever about your outie life is like devastating, because you're going to obsess about it. You're going to be like thinking about it all the time. Like, how do you let that go? You can't. And now, like, with Bert and Irv, and Bert retiring, which I did not see coming, and I'm very upset about, actually, that he didn't even mention it to Irv. Obviously, he knew that the entire time, that like retirement was upon him, because him and Milchek having the conversation of like, is everything in order? And I didn't know what they were talking about, but like, that's what they were talking about. So like, he knew. And his outie kind of going on with like, well, I don't even know you guys. And like, but I'm sure I'll miss you. Like at the end of the day, I'm tired, but I'm sure I've appreciated you. Wouldn't know you if I ran into you in the real world, but I'm going to miss you guys. Wild. And then like, to just say goodbye by handshake. Like, I was robbed of a kiss, at least, or like a forehead touch, or like a hand caressing a face. I'm so mad and like upset. Like, the Gemma thing is mind blowing. The Bert and Irv thing is upsetting. Milchek, like, can we give Trammell Tillman like a round of fucking applause? Because he just like, every episode he knocks it out of the park, where he's able to like just be Milchek, like the nice guy, and then he's dancing, and like, that was a whole new side of Milchek, which I am not upset whatsoever about that. But like, there's so many sides of Milchek, and he's so good at playing him. And like, he's not severed or unsevered. He's just like Dick Milchek, nice guy Milchek, friendly Milchek. Like, just like he plays varying degrees of him, and it's wonderful. It's just amazing. And I would say actually the same thing with Patricia Arquette and how she plays Selvig / Coble. You know, like, her like sitting with Devin, first of all, was uncomfortable, and them having a good time, and them talking about breastfeeding, which was super uncomfortable for me. But the fact that like they were joking around, having a good time, and then Devin tells her about Gabby. And it was the same thing that I was thinking, like, yeah, I don't want to remember childbirth either. but like the fact that like people can do that in the real world, and her kind of it's like Koble / Selvig has to kind of like hold her tongue. Odd conversation. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I don't like that Devin confided in her in that, but I get that, like, man, it was Selvig like a spy? Was Koble a spy? Like, I don't even know what to call her. Harmony, I guess. But like she's so good at being two-faced and at playing these roles and like being two different people. And then like her, saying that like, oh, PD was reintegrated and I want to talk to the board and I want to give them this information face to face. And then they're like, yeah, in a week at the gala. I guess it's not important that Grainer died. I guess it's not important at all. Now, I don't know how they found out about Grainer. Like, was the body like out in the open? I feel like, I mean, this is on the internet, so I hate saying this, but if I killed somebody in a basement, I've watched Breaking Bad, so I feel like I could dispose of a body that nobody would find it. But I'm just saying that, like, how did they find out that he's dead? How do they know that he's dead? Because he didn't like show up for work? Like, I don't know. Like, I would like that story too of them finding Grainer. It's funny that I can't remember his name until he's dead, and then I'm like, Grainer, that guy, yeah. But I love that Mark and Helly like decided like with Grainer's badge to like go and find security, and like what a trip that was. Like all the new places that they discovered. Like I'm excited for them, but like I'm also like, I don't know what happens when they decide to do what they do. Do they remain their innies, or do they decide to be their outies? I feel like Mark would decide to be his outie, and I feel like Helly would decide to stay her innie. Bert probably stay his innie, and Dylan would want to be his outie because he met his son. But Bert walking in and saying, let's burn this place to the ground, like he has been so loyal that like, he knew all the passages in the handbook and how they related to the paintings and the 9 principles and the 4 temperaments and the perpetuity ward and like all this stuff. Like he knows all that stuff. So it's just like, he was very loyal to Lumen. He was very loyal to the Egans, and the Bert factor. That's what did it for Irv. And I still want to figure out the dirt under his nails and the melting goo ink thing that happens, because it's in the intro, and so it has to be important. But I don't know, like, can they all like take a Benadryl and have a nap? And like I don't know what happens again if you fall asleep, like totally asleep. Like, does your brain shut off? Do you explode? Do you have a PD? And that was what was also interesting, is that I already forgot her name. I'm guessing it is Ragabi. Damn it. She never said her name, so I don't actually know if it's Ragabi. She wouldn't tell Mark, but the fact that like she even said that PD didn't like follow through with protocol, that he got sick and he freaked out, which, I mean, I would too. I mean, if I'm like bleeding from the nose and I'm seeing 2 different realities flashing in front of me, I don't know how I would handle it either. But apparently there was a protocol and he didn't follow it. And I'm sure he was paranoid and scared too, because as a matter of fact, Lumen was looking for him. And I wonder if Mark would go through the procedure knowing that there is an actual protocol so that doesn't happen. But Ragabi, not a nice woman. She was very curt with Mark. She was very mean to Mark. The way that she was speaking to him was just like, I hate like the term innie, and something about like, oh, they have a life there and we have a life there, and she's just like, no, and was like very much like just like, well, Grainer's dead, like, like don't throw up here, leave, burn your clothes, get rid of him. Like she's very just like matter of fact, but like I don't know, like she seems like she like is, I don't want to say, because she said that she implanted it into him. So it feels like she's super angry that she ever did that. And now she's in this position and that she's trying to reintegrate all the people that maybe she integrated. I don't know if that's correct, that she severed. But she's pissed. She's not happy. I can't wait for more of her. But then, yeah. Damn. Okay, so Milchek, I don't know if he's going to figure out how they even got out of the macro data area. We're probably not going to see Bert anymore, and that's upsetting. But now it's like a prison escape. Now it's like and like I said, I don't know who chooses who to be what when they leave. Like, I don't even know. The great thing about this show, okay, first of all, is the things that are predictable are ridiculously predictable, like the map on the back of the photo. And then the things that I could never in my wildest dreams have ever thought of and come up with. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, I'd be severed to have a baby too. That makes sense. But like, Gemma? No. Would never have thought of it. Ever. In a million years. Like, just... And it's not even remotely out of left field. It makes total sense because you have all the information to get you there. But like, you wouldn't have thought Miss Casey was Gemma. Oh my God, she was doing the wellness thing with Mark with the candle. And then she was in front of him while he was molding the fucking tree. See, here's the thing, is like there's times where I think that Koble actually cares about Mark. When she is Miss Selvig, she is like weird and nutty and crazy and cuckoo and very granola and odd. And then there's like where she's just like, we're going to do a wellness visit where your husband is being psychiatried or psychologically tested. I don't even know what Miss Casey does other than a wellness visit, but like that you're going to do that with your husband, with his dead wife, who he doesn't recognize, with the candle that she had, and he's going to sculpt the fucking tree that supposedly killed her. Fucked up. It's so fucked up. It's so twisted. It's so good. God, and I saw that Ben Stiller was the director of this episode, and good to have him back. I will say that the person that was directing the past couple episodes did a fantastic job. It's so seamless. It's so seamless. I still want to know what the card was that Milchek was very concerned about, because Lumen was on the back of that. And I thought that I was just like, oh, well, there were no words on it, so they would be able to take it up the elevator. So maybe it doesn't pick up the word Lumen? I don't know. But what were those about? I want to know. I want to see Harmony's visit with the board. I feel like that might be finale episode more than the next one. But that one would be fucking wild. I want to see that so badly. I still want to figure out Helly. She's somebody important. Dylan being motivated by his son. I don't know if it's to have his innie be with his son or his outie be with his son. Not quite sure. Hopefully, oh my God, Mark and Miss Casey being part-time and she's in the goddamn houses and she's being kept prisoner. Y'all have finally seen me fucking unravel on this series. I don't even know where to go from here. I have so many questions. I'm going to watch the next episode. I'm probably going to eat dinner. To absorb the agave wine. But yeah, I'm fucking mystified as to the direction that this can go. Probably bonkers and crazy, and I'm excited about that. If you want to watch the full-length reaction, it will be available on my Patreon, as well as the other full-length reactions to all the other episodes. And I will be starting Firefly in the future, and I believe Ted Lasso, and then we have 2 shows that will be picked on Patreon. Well, actually, an animated show, and then future movies. So if you want, you can go vote on those over at my Patreon. There's some interesting selections for movies that I haven't seen that I've been interested in watching. And then also animated series, which is dicey because like if somebody recommends The Simpsons, like I can't sit here for 30 years and watch reactions to The Simpsons. But what I can do is pick a series that is beloved by all. So those polls will be available on my Patreon soon. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Could you have ever thought that Miss Casey was Gemma? Not me. I'm fucking smart. I can predict shit. Never saw it coming. Nope. Not for 1 second did I think that that was how that was going to go. It's so good. It's so good. Were you upset that Bert was retiring and didn't tell Irv? I was. Did you like the dance party? Because I'll tell you, Milchek had left an impression on me previously, and like it's only The crush that I have on Milchek has only gotten deeper. He had some moves. Like, he was like really dancing around Dylan. It was some good stuff. He did it way better than me. That turtleneck was working. Okay, guys, I can't wait for the next episode. I'm going to watch it right now. You have to wait a week. But in the meantime, I'll see ya or I won't. I don't know. Any, outie, can't decide. Bye.